Welcome, everybody, to Off the Cuff. I am Adam Banks. Thank you for listening to the show. That was a great song. Could be the intro from here on out, here on Off the Cuff, because I like it so much. Tom Petty.
Crazy Theory.
Yeah, it's a great... What's that song called?
Running Down a Dream.
Running Down a Dream by Tom Petty. It's been on Off the Cuff before. I've played that song as an intro song before, and it's made its way back.
It just got... What?
It just what? What happened to it?
Nothing. It said it got flagged on YouTube. I'm not sure what happened, but...
Probably because I've been using it. People listen to the show and flag music all the time, Josh.
That's true.
Copyright
Drake
infringement?
or Kanye.
Kanye does.
He's a hater.
He does.
But it just proves that he listens.
Almost.
Or
Yeah,
somebody does that related to Kanye.
Kanye does listen, probably. Yeah, he probably respects the show.
The point is, someone related to Kanye that is in charge of his money is listening to our podcast.
Who, Kim Kardashian?
Somebody. I mean,
She probably has it.
they got us in trouble for it, almost.
Yeah, well,
They
shout
took the
out.
music off.
Shout out to Kim Kardashian.
Shout out to the haters of Kanye's that are friends.
So we're here to talk about the NBA playoffs, and I'm here joined with Josh Bryant and Chad Rainwater. Guys, thanks for being on the show. It's always a pleasure to have you on.
Thanks again, man. I enjoy being on these NBA podcasts. A lot of fun.
Yeah, Josh.
It's always fun to share my knowledge with the people.
Well, let's see how knowledgeable you are, Josh. Have you been watching the NBA playoffs? Have you?
Of course, me and Dad have been enjoying every minute of it.
You and your dad?
Oh yeah.
That's cool. Do you guys do that every year? Is that like a tradition?
It's a big thing. You know, just to enjoy the greatest time of basketball in the year.
Cheering on the Lakers. Oh wait.
Yeah. We cheer on the Pacers, but that don't work out well either. I mean, we're true Laker fans, of course, but right now, the last couple of years have not been...
I have to disagree with you being
Very
the
fun.
best basketball time of the year. That's definitely
March
in
Madness.
March.
Anywho.
Wouldn't you agree, Chad?
Let's talk about the time that is
That's the
current.
best time in college basketball.
Yeah, college basketball definitely
So,
beats NBA.
It has more of a story.
The playoffs are alright. I do enjoy watching the playoffs, but there's nothing like March Madness. Nothing like
I just
it.
threw up in my mouth a little bit because you guys don't know what you're talking about.
The one and done.
Well, I think
Anyway.
the reason is, I think one of the main reasons is with March Madness, you always got Kentucky to cheer for, no matter what. They're always, I mean,
Well, I got
99% of the
players in
time
the
they're in
NBA.
it. But with the NBA, I really don't have a team to cheer for, so it's kind of hard to get into it that much. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But you're right. We do have to focus on the present.
Current situation.
So the playoffs are going on. So we have some nice games going on. The Cavaliers versus Boston, I think, has been a interesting series. The Cavs lead 2-1. I think the Cavs are looking dominant. It's not a sweep. They did lose to Boston just the last night. They
yeah,
play
Avery
tomorrow.
Bradley hit a game-winning shot. That's when you know you ain't good, when the ball bounces around 3 times and then goes in.
That was a lucky shot.
Exactly.
I did see that. I didn't watch all of the game. I did see the fourth
That's when
quarter.
you know it's luck, when, you know what I mean, it just bounced around and rolled in.
But I think that the Cavs are going to end up winning that series.
Oh, of course, agreed.
Well, it's got to go to 6 now, so...
Yeah.
I think on the
gotta go
podcast that
6?
didn't get produced, the podcast that didn't go out, I think I said that
got
I thought,
shredded in
I
the
thought both
film
of the
room.
both of the conference final series were going to be sweeps. I was close. I was a shot from probably being close or being right.
It's a wild, crazy prediction that almost came right.
Well,
it was good.
it was close.
It was a good prediction.
Well, do you think that the Celtics have another win in them to make it 7 games?
It's going to go 5, maybe only. You guys are getting carried away saying 6. It could only go 5.
I think it could go 7, Josh.
I think it could go 5.
You think it could go 5? You think it's only going to go 5?
Yeah, LeBron...
So you don't think that the Celtics have another win?
No. Isaiah Thomas is out. Their best player.
Who cares?
They're going back
The
to
Celtics care.
They're
The
go-
floor general.
they're going back to Boston. Hey man, Marcus Smart though, he put up a ton of points last night. I'm pretty sure that was a career high in the playoffs.
And points almost overall.
Yeah, probably so. But he had 27. So
He's never scored 30 almost. But yeah, that was a great game by him. He played well. He played well defensively. Drake Crowder played well. They got in LeBron's head. They smacked him around a little bit. They did what you got to do if you want to beat LeBron. You better try to beat him up because the man's just going to outplay you.
I mean, when's the last time you saw LeBron James only score 11 points?
Yeah.
2011 playoffs or something like that is what they said.
That's crazy.
So it's been a couple of years. LeBron's been in a couple finals since then. If you guys haven't been watching,
I didn't know that. I wasn't aware.
let's talk about the other matchup though. Now you know, 'cause that's a wrap.
Spurs versus Warriors.
And this one's a wrap too. This
I
one
think-
comes on tonight.
Yeah, I think that the Warriors are going to be the ones to win this one because the Warriors are probably going to be the ones to come out on top altogether.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
I mean,
But
no, we'll talk about it right now.
the
I
Warriors
think that the Warriors
are still undefeated,
No,
and the Cavs
hold
aren't,
on,
so
hold
that
on.
does give them a slight
I do
edge.
think that the Warriors have the best team. They have Steph Curry, they have Kevin Durant, and they have Klay Thompson. Three
Okay, cool.
all-stars. Three guys
Who else?
who can win a championship.
Who else?
I mean, that's all you need. That's all you need.
Come on, Chad.
Andre
Back me
Iguodala?
up. Come on, Chad. Back me up.
Andre Iguodala, who was the MVP.
Keep going. I'm going to name my squad
You
in a
don't
minute.
need him. You don't need him.
I'm going to name my
You
squad in
don't
a minute.
need
Keep
him.
going.
You don't need your squad. They have to face LeBron James. That's it.
Oh,
Kyrie maybe. Okay, that's
Kyrie
it.
maybe.
Two.
Don't watching Kevin Love.
players.
Kevin
Don't
Love
forget
hit
about Kevin Love.
three-pointers.
Kevin Love is
Tell
averaging
him.
double-double
I mean,
in the
three-pointers
playoffs.
Kevin Love hit last game.
Kevin
He
Love's
hit at
okay.
least a 9, maybe the playoff high this season. 9 3-pointers in a game.
I'm not sure what a lace means, but I do know that Kevin Love is
Lace.
bringing it. He said at lace 3. He said at lace 9.
By
Oh,
lace
thanks.
3.
Thanks. You're the one who caught that. No, none of the fans did, nor Banks.
None of
They
the
would have
fans.
caught it.
So,
The fans will catch it. They'll write. They say
whenever they write
"Who's
you.
that lace."
So whenever they write you about it,
Well,
let
I
me know.
think that the Warriors are
He hit at
probably.
least 9,
I think
so.
the Warriors are going to probably win the series by at least 4 games. Okay.
At least
yes,
4
at
games.
least 4. I
Which
think it's
one?
only going to go to 4. They're going to sweep
Which
the
one?
Cavs. They're going to.
Yes.
They're going to sweep
Throw
the
money.
Cavs.
Throw money. Right
I'm
now
not going to
on
throw
live
money,
TV.
but
Live air.
live TV. Take a seat.
One day, folks.
The Cavs are going to get swept by the Warriors, Chad, in the NBA Finals. I think it's going to be a Finals that's going to be so good to watch, but the Cavs are not going to be able to get a win.
Watch.
But it's going to be so good because LeBron is going to have all this attention. Oh, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. I'm going to win this championship. I'm going to be considered the best of all time, better than Jordan. And he's going to go and he's going to get swept. Then what's it going to look like? People are
That's
going to remember
absurd.
that.
Swept. The team that came back and
Go
beat
ahead
him.
and hand me that broom because LeBron James is going to need
Check
it
it
after
out.
he gets
Check it out.
swept.
This is what happened during the offseason. Golden State added Kevin Durant. Okay, last year the Cavs came back 3-1, but Kevin Durant wasn't on the team. This season, Cavs, they played the regular season. They didn't get the number 1 seed. But wait, they added Kyle Korver and Darren Williams, who were both former USA players who played 20 minutes a game, and that's all you need out of them. Now they have 5 USA players on their team.
Do you see a sweep, Chad?
I don't know if
That's
I see a
ignorant.
sweep.
A
I can see
sweep.
it going to. I can see it going to 6. I definitely have the Warriors over the Cavs in the
6?
finals.
You want to go 7?
6. No,
Go 7.
no.
No.
I don't think it's going to go all the way to 7. Is this a third year in a row for the Cavs and Warriors
Yeah.
championship?
Yeah, it's the first time ever. This
Is it
ever
rigged
happened.
though? I mean, will the NBA set it up to where it will go 7 for money purposes? For
I mean, I can.
One
I don't
series
know.
didn't go
ratings.
I could see that happening.
yeah,
When the Warriors won, they didn't go 7.
a lot of things are rigged.
So
But all in all, the Warriors are going to beat the Spurs. Then it's going to come down to the Cavs Warriors. Warriors are going to win that.
possibly
Kevin
It's
Durant
gonna
will be
so.
a champion. He'll have a ring. Does Kevin Durant deserve to be called one of the greats by winning a ring?
No.
By going to another
No.
guy's team? Does he,
What is
Josh?
one of the greats? Is that top 25? Is that top 50?
Top 25.
Top 25. Agreed. No, he's not top 25. Probably still.
Ooh, Kevin Durant, not top 25.
I think it's
By the end of
because
his career, easily.
Top 10 is one of the greats.
I don't think that. I think it's because he doesn't have a ring though. That's the only reason it's keeping him out of that.
Yeah.
If you say he's not in the top 25, it's because he doesn't have a ring. And if he
He's
is this?
not top 25 right now. And I don't know if he is. If he does one.
But everybody said that this is
tough.
the Warriors with Kevin Durant coming to the Warriors. That the Warriors is Curry's team. Is the Warriors Curry's team now? Is that Durant's?
It's
We'll see in the
Curry's.
finals if more so.
Yes. So I was gonna say, what if Kevin Durant comes out
And wins
they win the
finals
finals
MVP.
and wins the final MVP? Is that his team?
It's Stephen Curry's team.
It's still
And-
Steph Curry's,
and the
but
reason
it'd be-
it's Curry's
it'd be
team
big.
is
He was there
because
first?
he was there first.
Yeah.
Steph Curry brought
Drafted
life
by them.
back into the Warriors. He brought energy back into that program. He won a championship with them.
He was drafted.
Yeah,
by
and he
them.
was
Kevin
drafted
Durant
by him.
wasn't.
And, he's an original. That is his team. And he still has more fans, I'm sure, than Kevin Durant. Steph Curry is,
He
he's,
has the number 1 selling jersey still.
Okay, so
or
let's put it this
something.
way: was when Dwayne Wade was in the Heat, LeBron went there. Was that Dwayne Wade's team? Or was that LeBron's team? That was LeBron's team.
you're
The second year when they won the championship, or third year it was LeBron's team. The first year when they lost, it was.
It's
still
a good
Dwayne
point.
Wade.
I used to argue that. I used to say it was Dwayne Wade's team, but I used to be a real big hater on LeBron. I really ignored the fact that LeBron was great. And for so long, I used to say he went to Dwayne Wade's team. But when you have a player like LeBron, who just kind of is the greatest player in the world at the moment, He's whatever team he goes to, it's his team. If he went to the Warriors,
He could go to any team.
it would be LeBron's team.
Let's talk about this. He could go to any team in the East. They make playoffs. Most teams in the East, and they make maybe the finals. Right? Very few teams that he plays don't make playoffs. Like Brooklyn might not make playoffs. The Nets might make playoffs. Pistons make playoffs. They didn't make playoffs this year. Pistons make playoffs with Andre Drummond, Reggie Jackson,
Will Kevin
LeBron
Durant
James.
Will Kevin Durant get respected by winning a ring with this team?
I think it's a switch.
I don't know. It's hard. That's a toss up. I want him to get respect because I'm a Durant fan over.
Yeah.
He's obviously my favorite player, but I still don't. I don't think he will. I don't think he'll get respected no matter what happens, just because of what he did.
Yeah, it's going to be another, he's going to be a player hated on a lot.
Yeah.
He'll have fans like you.
Well, kind of like what LeBron did when he went to Miami. Everybody hated him then.
Yeah, he used to be the villain of the NBA.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I don't...
Durant, can he return home, though, like LeBron did?
No.
Right,
that's not
there.
home. That's
Yeah.
not home.
Yeah.
Home is D.C. If you went to D.C.
so.
LeBron pulled
Well, I mean,
the
the first
ultimate
team.
story
Yeah, I
going
understand
actually back to his hometown. Where is he from? He went to Texas for college. But
Yeah, Washington.
Durant, he's Washington, D.C. Or Washington.
so what if he went to the Wizards and played with Wall?
That's where I thought he was going to go.
That was rumored, right?
Yeah.
Who
could
wouldn't
still
want to go?
happen.
Who wouldn't want to go play for their hometown?
Or John Wall.
If there was an NBA team in Lexington, I would want to come here and play.
And I think that would be... Yeah, I agree with that. And I think that's his best bet.
Yeah,
Sidetrack.
I do too.
Boy,
He is.
If there was an NBA team in Lexington, I would want to come and play. It would be my home city, my home state.
right,
You know
so
what
is
I'm
that
saying?
is that his best bet? Is to not go back to the Thunder, but to go
he
to
can't
the
go to the Thunder
Warriors?
again.
To-
As long
to
as Russell
regain-
Westbrook is there, he cannot go back to the Thunder.
to regain his reputation and to regain his people liking him, his likability?
He needs to go somewhere.
He's got to go
Washington-
back to his hometown.
He can't go to Oklahoma, though.
He's got to go back to his hometown, or he's got to go to a really just bad team and just take him to the promised land.
But the Wizards aren't really a bad team, but you go to a team that needs an extra push, that doesn't need the extra push without you. The Warriors didn't need the extra push without you. They were already making the finals, probably this year without you.
They didn't win the finals though. Last year.
Very true. They didn't, but they were just a step behind. I mean, who's to say they couldn't have rested this year and gotten better and picked up somebody else besides Kevin Durant, another rotation player that helps them win?
I mean, that's the thing now is to get the
rotation
big
players.
three. The big three's the thing nowadays. I mean,
You're right. What if they would have
LeBron-
What if they would have got a big this summer that could have helped? A decent big. What if they would have got? I don't know. Valenciennes. That
Who?
would have been big.
who?
The Toronto Raptors, Valenciennes. What if they would have got him?
Jonas-
A mediocre good player. You know how good he'd be on the Warriors? He'd be really good on the Warriors. You see how good McGee looks on the Warriors or Zaza Pachulia at times? Valenciennes would look great. What if they would have got him instead of Kevin Durant? Now, they wouldn't be as good, okay, but the point is that's what they would have done. They would have got somebody. It's just they didn't get Kevin Durant.
You have the money. Why not go after Kevin Durant?
Of course, and that's what they
obviously
did.
what they did.
You got it, you got it.
So give me your
Fine.
NBA champion. I'm gonna go around the panel here, and I want
We
my
already
NBA
gave him
champion.
it, but sure.
Who
We'll
is
repeat
it?
And
Yeah,
tell the
I
games.
think-
Tell the games. How many games? And
Yeah, I think I
Finals
already
MVP.
mentioned this, but I'm gonna go Warriors
Finals
in
MVP.
6. MVP. I'm gonna go with
Finals
Durant.
MVP.
Durant.
Okay. Of
This is
course.
gonna be Durant's
He's a
team.
good player. Kevin Love used to be. Now I love Durant.
Dude, when you get him on your squad, you get him on your fantasy squad, holler at me.
Yeah.
Because
I guess when you went,
he led me to the promised land
What
this
happened to
year.
Kevin Love though?
Kevin Love was my boy. Then he went to the Cavs and
Then he
wasn't
went to
any
the
good
Cavs,
anymore.
and now I don't like him.
I mean, I still do like Kevin Love. Love's my top
Just give him a
5,
hard time.
but I'm gonna go with Durant. I mean,
all right. He's just mad. Let go of Kevin Love in free agency.
Who is it, Josh? Who's your champion?
I'm gonna have to. I want to go with the Cavs. I want to see the Cavs do it. They look great. The last game was the only bad game I've seen them play. The Warriors, yes, they have won too as well, but LeBron's been playing the best playoffs he's ever had. He's had the best season he's ever had as well, the most triple doubles he's ever had this season. I'm getting carried away with what I'm saying, but Cavs and maybe 7 is what I'm hoping for.
I tell you what, I'm going to bet the farm on the Warriors. I think that Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, that's a championship team right there.
Oh.
So I think that's a team that's going to beat the Cavs pretty easily. I'm going to stand by that sweep. And now there could be a game that they play that it could go to 5. But I think that the Warriors are going to really show out. And I think that those games in California are so important.
Of
when
course,
they play.
of course. I just
So
wanna
they
say
got to
one-
win those.
One more thing to the
And
fans.
the Cleveland
done.
Cavaliers have to really come to California to play and win those games.
They do.
But the MVP of that is going to be
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
I didn't give my Finals MVP. I'm sorry.
And who is that?
I would say
Kyle Korver.
no. This year, it might be Kyrie Irving.
It's not. It's LeBron.
But to finish, for the fans, one thing to think about, it's going to come down to the stardom of the Warriors, because they have star power, or the rotation of the Cavs, because they definitely have a deeper bench. So that's what it's going to come down to. So you guys think about that. And let's talk about the lottery, maybe. We just had the lottery the other week.
We did. We just had the lottery. We just had the lottery for the NBA. Boston Celtics got the number 1 pick.
And they're playing right now in the playoffs. They're the number 1 seed overall in the East.
If they don't choose De'Aaron Fox, they're crazy. He's the best player in the draft.
What
He's the best
position
point guard
do you
in the draft.
play him at?
Point guard.
How long is?
How does that work with Isaiah Thomas?
Because
Where do you put him?
after this year, he's gonna win a ton of money. I don't know how much longer he has in his contract, but he's gonna be winning a ton of money. I don't know if the Celtics can afford it, so they're gonna have to have a backup plan.
Right.
He's gonna have Marcus Smart, or be able to draft someone like Fultz or De'Aaron Fox, or I don't forgot his name, Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
So you got to be thinking.
Forgot his name.
I don't think about him on the daily.
Yeah, he's. But I think that De'Aaron's the best player to get drafted. So whoever passes on him, I don't know what they're seeing in Fultz and Ball over Fox. I just don't see it. Fox has everything, and I've explained it on a previous episode of why I think he should. And I don't want to sound repetitive, but he is the best point guard.
It'd be nice to see the Lakers draft him. You know, the Lakers are definitely thinking about drafting him as well if they get a chance. There's a lot of hype around this drafting Lonzo Ball. I hope it doesn't happen almost. There's almost too much hype, and his dad's got a loud mouth. I'd like to see, let's probably draft Fox or Josh Jackson. I like Josh Jackson.
Did you see the interview with Colin Cowherd and Kristen Leahy, whatever her name is?
Yes, he said stay in your lane.
And the interview they did with Lonzo's dad, LeVar
said stay in your lane.
And he told her to stay in her lane.
That is so rude.
Wouldn't look at her in the eye, said he was scared of her because she was just a white lady. He said she scared him.
She was a hater.
And said she was a hater. And a hater is what he said. But do you like LeVar? Do you like what he's doing?
After that, I lost all respect if I didn't already have lost it.
So before that, you had it?
I had very little left, but it was all gone after I saw that. You respect a woman at all times. How were you raised?
Did you see it, Chad?
I didn't see it, but I always hated him.
Yeah, did you not see this? You need to watch this.
I
is
saw
very
it.
disrespectful.
I didn't see it, but I heard what happened on
Stay
Facebook.
in your
I watched
lane.
the video. But yeah, I've never liked LeVar.
Yeah,
since day one.
Yeah, it was good radio. I mean, I was listening to that live, and I just remember hearing it, and I was like, man, this is entertaining, but it's awesome. I know that when Colin Cowherd was listening to that, he was probably so many things was running through his mind, because I know it would me. If it was going on with like me and a co-host, and like my co-host was arguing with a guest, I would want to jump in, but then in a way I wouldn't, because it's good radio.
Yeah, it is.
And he let it go, but she defended herself, and his ratings went through the roof.
I'm almost tired of hearing about the guy. Let's talk about something else if you don't mind. With the lottery.
LeVar, you're gonna hear about him for a while.
I know.
I just hope that Lonzo gets drafted probably to a team that would be the worst place to go to market. And Boston would be probably a good place for that.
Oh, he's not a very good place to market for sure.
Could you imagine, like, LA's the best, Phoenix isn't bad, New York's not bad.
Oh, New York's great.
Philadelphia's not bad.
Chicago's great.
Boston.
Chicago doesn't have a high pick, though.
Terrible.
The Lakers are also looking at, what did I send you today, Chad? Who are they looking at? Another former UK player.
Hawkins.
Dominique Hawkins. He worked out today at the facility. We have the Lakers have the 28th pick in the first round, and so probably maybe a pick in the second round. So they're thinking about another UK player, Dominique
What if
Hawkins.
Hawkins went to the first round?
There's been a lot of rumors about Dominique Hawkins.
Of course, they're
floating
talking about
around.
him playing football too.
They're talking about Dominique trying out for a few NFL teams, and I think that it must be really easy to get signed with the NFL, because have you seen how many players from UK have gotten signed with the NFL, Chad?
There's been quite a few.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
What? These players aren't that good.
They'll get cut, probably.
Yeah, they're going to
Majority
get
of them
cut.
will.
They are going to get cut.
Well, let's talk about what he did today, though.
You got
for
Boom,
our team.
You got Boom
The Lakers.
Williams going to the Bengals. He's going to. It's terrible. He's going to get. He's already hurt. He's not going to get one game on with the Bengals. J.D. Harmon with the Raiders.
Yeah,
What?
none of those guys are good.
Terrible.
I would disagree with that. Boone's all right, but he's like a fifth string running back. They drafted a running back in the second round. They have Jamie Hill and Giovanni Bernard, so he won't see any playing time unless 3 injuries happen. I mean, maybe down the road he might, because Boone was pretty good. Boone was a solid running back.
Yeah, but Dominique Hawkins, they saying that he might go and try for an NFL team. My point is, if he plays in the NFL, all I'm saying is the NFL must be really easy. But if he goes to the Lakers, I think that, I mean, whatever, he's just a body on the team.
Yeah. It'd be nice to watch him play, but
he would.
How much can you do in the NBA, Dominique Hawkins,
Not much.
unfortunately?
I mean, it'd be awesome. It'd be an amazing career.
If he was a smidge bit taller, he'd be all right.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. It's a rumor. Who's saying that?
No, he did.
It was on Twitter.
He did play. He did play at the facility today and work out.
He played at what facility?
The Lakers facility, and worked out.
And people are saying that's a tryout.
Yeah.
By practicing at the facility.
He did more than that. He was in Lakers gear working out.
Yeah, well, he's probably
Sorry,
just
you're
going.
not hip enough to know.
He's going through the motions. He's not going to get picked up by the Lakers.
It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I'm just saying.
One thing you guys got to think of is this is money we're talking about. They're not going to go out and spend money on somebody who is not going to make them money. Dominique is not a marketable guy. He's not going to be a marketable guy for the
Very
Lakers.
true, but he could play rotation.
No.
I mean,
No,
or
not
be
good
a
enough.
reserve.
Not good enough.
Be a reserve easily.
Hey, man, if heart and dedication get you into the NBA, then Dominique could be a hell of a player. Hustle, but
it don't.
Yeah.
So he's not going to get in there, and those are just sheer rumors. So back to the lottery.
Sheer rumors. He worked out the facility.
Sheer rumors. That's all it was. It was a workout. Isaiah Briscoe worked out last year for 6 teams. Where was he at?
Just letting you know he did though. Wasn't a rumor.
Yeah. And where will he go?
But it wasn't a rumor. He did.
Probably
just letting
nowhere.
You know.
But the lottery, Bam, another Kentucky player in the draft. I could see him winding up in New York. I could see.
What picks he go? He goes late
like
first round.
7.
Right? 7?
Mm-hmm.
Bam?
7.
No,
He's up that high?
Not Bam. I'm sorry. Not
Malik.
Bam. Malik. Did I say Bam?
Yeah.
Yeah, Malik. I could see Bam. Bam.
I'd like to see Malik go 7th to the Timberwolves. I think that'd be nasty.
That's
Team right there. Malik, Wiggins, and Towns, and
nice.
Zach LaVine, and Rubio. That'd be a nice team right there.
Timberwolves would be one of my favorites.
But you know what? I think the Timberwolves are going to go with some of those people, one of those guys from overseas who will be able to play in a couple of years. They'll miss on Malik, just like they do every year, and they'll make a mistake.
Players.
And then Bam, I think he's going somewhere I think he'll probably drop down to 21, 22.
Lakers could take Bam.
I hope not. Bam's terrible. Bam's one of the weakest big men in the draft right now.
Oh, wow.
He definitely needed to come back and work in college one more year. That was a mistake on his part.
There's really no big men in the draft this year. There's a white dude that's supposed to be the top
center
big guy in the
which guy
in the lottery.
You talking about the dude from Arkansas or not Arkansas, Arizona?
Yep.
Larry Marketing or something like
Yeah.
that. I don't know if I'm saying his name right or not, but yeah,
that's who I'm talking about.
Yeah, he was pretty good. I think he was I'm not sure if he was a freshman or a sophomore. I want to say he was a freshman, but
Absolutely. But the lottery is going to be something that I think helps a lot of teams this year. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening to the show. Josh, Chad, thanks for being guests on Off the Cuffs to discuss NBA playoffs round 3. It's always a pleasure.
Always. Nice to have us.
Yeah, man, thanks for having us again. It's nice to be back on the show.
Absolutely. We'll see you. We'll have the producer cue us up with some music. Tom, I love it. We'll see you later, everybody.